Hey, I'm Ben from AutoGreat Consultants, and we're going to be setting up a database in Supabase today. So Supabase is similar to other tools like Airtable, where you can create tables and connect those tables together. The difference with Supabase and other tools is that Supabase is built off of an actual database on the back end called Postgres. So as we're creating the tables in the interface, there's actual Postgres tables that are being created on the back end. The difference is you don't have to learn SQL and write all of the scripts in order to create the tables in the database itself. So once you come into Supabase, it's free to sign up. And once you've created an organization and created a project, you'll have a view like this. Go ahead and review or take a look at any of the tutorials that may be helpful. But what we're going to do is come directly to the table editor and get started with building out this learning management system. So at AutoGreat Consultants, we partner with Cerebral, the team that focuses on course creation and assessments. And so if you wanted to follow the entire process of setting up Supabase, feel free to go to Cerebral and enroll in the course there. And us at AutoGreat Consultants, we help with building these systems out. But what we'll be taking you through today is the creation of tables and how to connect those together. So what I'm going to do is create a new table here, and similar to Airtable and other systems, we give the table a name. And just a quick refresher on table names. Generally, it's plural and it describes a singular noun. So in this case, we're going to create a table of courses. So each record within the table is going to be a singular course, and the collection of those courses is going to come together in this table called courses. So I'm going to skip the row level security and describing what this is right now. But the main idea there is that you can connect to front end data, and the row level security will protect that data. So it's just making sure that there's right permissions and that the right people are accessing it. But what we're going to focus on is the creation of these columns here. So I'll go ahead and add a column for the title. And there's different options, just like in Airtable, there's options for the data type for the column. In this case, I'm going to have it be text. I would 95% of the time recommend doing text. If you wanted to go deeper and understand the difference between something like text and varchar, we'll do that later. But for the most part, text is going to be sufficient for anything that you need. I'll also add another field called description, and we'll have it be text as well. And if I look at here, there's a few different options, right? Is nullable. So that means, can this field be blank? In this case, we do want that to be required. And so by unchecking it, it's essentially saying this field is required to be completed before the record is created. And this is not going to be unique. It's not an ID that we're keeping track of. And define as array. Nope, we're not keeping track of multiple pieces of data. So in this case, is nullable. The defaults are correct because we'll let the description be blank if someone doesn't want to create it at the start. So at its essence, that's the process. We'll go ahead and save this. And once I save the table, you see that the fields show up. A little bit different interface than Airtable, but similar idea where we can insert a record. So we'll insert a row, and this ID is going to be default. It's going to start with 1, go to whatever number of records we create. And the title here is, let's do this lesson that we're going through, or this course that we're going through, which is learning about or databases with Supabase. I'll leave the description off for now, and I'll go ahead and save the table. So at its core, that's the setup of a table within Supabase. A lot of other options that we'll be getting into, but hopefully this is enough to get set up and get going for creating a table with columns, with rows, with data that you need. So pretty easy setup. Supabase is one of my most recommended resources, especially when it comes to relational databases where we have columns and rows. And it is much more scalable than something like Airtable, which has restrictions on the data. But because we're going from no code with Airtable to something that's more low code, there's a lot more options in terms of setting up edge functions or Postgres policies. Um, so with all of those features, the low code aspect of Supabase does take a little bit more getting used to, and there's more features that go into that. So we'll stop here. Join us for the next lesson, though, on how to connect tables together using foreign keys. So we'll see you soon.